But as you can see, we still have a little bit of sunshade on the top of the mountain there. There's just clouds behind me. That's what's covering the sun. Usually, the whole mountain from halfway up, it'll be still bright from the sun. Looks like Idaho. It's beautiful mountains we have here. It's just sometimes we lose the sun too early in the winter time. Um, we actually get no sun at all. Probably get about 2 hours of sun. That's it. In the winter time. In the summertime, it's not bad. Usually we lose it about 6:30 on my location here, but in the mountain it'll be still nice and bright till almost 9:30, give or take. Hi, Mr. Maurice. What is the best creatine to take? There's only about there's only three manufacturers that actually do micronized creatine, so they're all the same. No preference, but you shouldn't be spending no more than about, give or take, $50 a kilogram for the creatine. That would be ideal. I wouldn't spend more than that. Different companies, they have different price factors, but the problem is they all run under one main manufacturer. So there's no point of spending too much money on that stuff. What do you think about methylfolate drops? Have the MTHFR. The methylfolate drops are not bad. They actually get absorbed a lot faster. This all depends on the price, whether it's quite expensive or not. Um, at the end of the day, it's based on your budget, right? And based on the bioavailability. And the only time you want to take it only if your homocysteine is changing. If your homocysteine is not changing, then there is no point of taking high dose because you don't over methylate either. If my serum potassium is 4.5, could RBC still indicate low? 100% yes. The serum magnesium only reads about 1% of your total body. RBC potassium reads 99%. So whether your serum is low or high, it's irrelevant. You have to get the proper, which is RBC magnesium. Duke, where are you gonna sleep tonight? Outside again? Problem is when he sleeps outside, he doesn't let me sleep because he's always running back and forth, and he's barking at night. Duke, you want to talk to the people? You do your conversation, Duke. Guys, whoever sending me a comment is being blocked. So maybe retype it again. Or maybe change certain words in it. He's on guard. Oh, he's always on guard. Watching. What would you recommend for someone who has UTI? D-Menos, 500 milligrams every 2 hours for 5 days. That's how fast you can get rid of it. After 5 days, you kind of see how you feel. If you feel it's not been, if the issue's still there, then you can actually do another cycle of 5 days. If it's done, then you stop. That's it. Handsome dog. Thanks so much. Cheers, guys. Would it be good to take the methylfolate? Yeah, you can take the methylfolate for, to help with methylation, or you can take trimethylglycine, such as TMG, whichever one you think you would require based on the deficiency. But yeah, 100% you can take it. Duke. Hey. Duke, how old is your dog? 2 years old. He's still a big puppy. I had to get him dewormed today because he caught a freaking he caught that big freaking rat the other day. He loves to hunt. Right, Duke? Duke, you're falling asleep. Hey, Duke. Oh, he's great. Yeah, he goes nuts. Muskrat. Is that what they're called? Muskrat, not a big rat. They're like wood rats. I heard they're like whitish, grayish coloration. They're kind of ugly. Yeah, he jumped through the door, through the screen door. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and goes after it. Catches it, and he brings it to me as a freaking gift. So I had to actually put it in a shovel and I threw it off to the side. It was disgusting. I have to get you sleep. Glad I could catch you on your live. I was debating whether to come now or not because I was falling asleep. I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to sleep. I really don't want to wake up at 4 o'clock to work. I want to sleep in if I can. So I thought I'll come and see you guys. He has to show you his hunt. Oh, trust me. Sometimes he brings me a mouse. Sometimes he brings me a freaking frog. Now he brings me a big cat, a big freaking rat. I don't know what's next. Thank you, British. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks so much. Hey, Ron, how are ya? Good morning, brother. Hey, maybe mermaid or something? Maybe, I think so. I don't know. They're big and ugly. What he catches. I want to get him like a live rabbit running around here so I can kind of go after it or something. Get him to have fun. But nobody's willing. I called a few farmers. Nobody's willing to sell me any. They won't sell it to you live. I'm like, I just want it as a pet for my little dog. Get him going. Can you get your stomach health back to a point where you're able to eat burger once in a while? Oh, 100% yes. 100% yes. And if you can't, you can always do, digestive enzymes, some peptides to actually rebalance it. The only reason we used to eat burgers back in the days and feel okay is just because we had strong enzymes. It's just when your enzymes are actually depleted, it becomes more of an issue. So it's all about enzymes more than anything to kind of bring your gut back to its original health. But yeah, you should be fine. You might have to take a little bit more enzymes to help break it down a little bit further. But it's all doable, 100%. Duke, you're full of mud. He's playing in the water today, and I haven't brushed him yet, so it's probably itchy like crazy. I gotta wipe him down. Duke, hey, Duke, you're not listening to me. You want me to wipe your body down before you sleep so you're not too itchy? What do you think? No? You don't want to? You just want to stay there? Okay, I'll leave you alone. You want to go tomorrow to the store? Tomorrow? Okay. We'll go early morning. Only if you sleep inside. Probably, I don't think so. I'm a friend of GT. He's been going through a rough time, but he's trying to focus in. GT is, yeah, he hasn't kept me up to date. He usually keeps me up to date with what's going on. I haven't talked to him for like almost 2 weeks. He gets onto the program, then he drops off. Gets onto the program, then he drops off. I gotta get him back up again. Hopefully he's doing good. Can you drink a lot of coconut water if your kidneys are good? 100% yes. It's full of electrolytes. Water is a lot, and make sure it is fresh, not like bottled or canned. Make sure it is 100% fresh. Oh yeah, Duke is out. He's gonna fall asleep. I have bone issues in my hand and shin. Bone feels fractured and it aches, but haven't done nothing. It feels weak. So the only reason it feels weak, it's gotta be something you're consuming that is actually causing these weaknesses in the bones. Is it sometimes it could be certain foods such as high in oxalates, sometimes lack of vitamin D in the body, sometimes could be lack of sulfur in the body. So there's a lot of things we have to look into, and actually we have to narrow it down to see why this is happening. Yeah, liquid IV they're excellent if you can actually get them done. I don't know about liquid IV, that specific one, but any type of IV you can get as a vitamin, whether vitamin C, magnesium, glutathione, all these would be highly absorbable by the body and they're excellent, 100%. I have to look at what's inside liquid IV, but any type of IV shot would be very essential, especially if you're actually deficient. If you're deficient in the body, that would be something to kind of look into because it is going to help you quite a bit. Probably Duke is not going to sleep good today because he got dewormed today. Give him the stuff. It's kind of breathing weird today. What's wrong with you, Duke? You okay? What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Are you okay? You okay, my friend? Why are you breathing differently? You don't like the stuff I gave you? Is it bothering you? Are you too hot? You want some ice? Duke, you all tired? Any recommendations for muscle scar tissue? For scar tissue is very tough. Very tough to actually do anything. The only thing is that could actually work is peptides. And you'll have to do like a cycle, like a 6 week to 8 week cycle, see how that kind of works out for you. But for muscle scars, sometimes it's a little bit tough to actually reverse it without kind of doing like injections. Because supplementation won't really help much. And if they do, they will take years and years to actually get to the point where you want to. Duke, what's the matter? You tired? You don't want to sleep, eh? It's too hot inside. It's like 32 degrees. I know, it's past your bedtime, isn't it? It's alright. It's gonna be hot for the next like 7 days. Tomorrow's gonna be the hottest day. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna go inside. We'll make some mushroom coffee. What do you think? We only have enough to make one more cup. And we're out. Let's go ahead, let's go inside and make some mushroom coffee. See if Duke will join us. You coming? You come inside? No? Yeah, it's way too hot for him in here. Way too hot. Yeah, it's 28 degrees right inside here right now, so it's way too hot. So we're just gonna have some mushroom coffee. That stuff usually knocks me down before I go to sleep. What do you think about a plant-based syrup updates for scar tissue? I used a bit of it a year back for my knee. It thins blood a bit. I think change blood and breaks up artery plaque. It doesn't do anything. I did syrup updates 120 SPU. I think was the highest. I bought enough supply for 1 whole year. I finished it all on about close to about 3 to 5 months. Very, very high dose. Very high dose. I would take about 10 capsules a day because there was a German cardiologist said before he does any surgeries, any cardiovascular surgery for his patients, he used to give them syrup updates at a high dose for 5 days, and within 5 days the calcifications was gone. And I think that was bullshit because I did the same thing and nothing changed, nothing happened, and I did it for 3 months straight at a high dose, and nothing happened. There is a Canadian brand that I used almost about 3 years ago. Do you do consultation for me for my brother? He lives in New Jersey. Yes. If you go to my website, the Cuban Ranger, if you go to my profile picture and click on my website, you can book a consultation. Pick and choose the time you want, and you can book a consultation with me, and we can kind of go over everything with your brother in New Jersey, 100%. What kind of brand? I gotta look at the brand. It was a Canadian brand that I bought. I bought 12 bottles of it, and I think it was a waste of money. Seriously, nothing happened, nothing changed. Got the classification scores, everything's still the same. Other than a little bit of the inflammation went down. Thinning of blood, normal, but nothing as what that person in Germany was saying. And that's the only reason I tried it. I just wanted to actually see if it actually does work or not. So nothing worked. Potassium is low because of blood pressure meds depletes it. What can I do to get more potassium? The only thing you can do with potassium is eat more pomegranate or sweet potato. That's the only option you have to actually increase your potassium or get your trace minerals. I tried VitaShop brand. Yeah, it wasn't VitaShop. It was still completely something else. It was a Canadian brand made out of British Columbia, actually. They've been in business for about 18 years. That's the brand I tried. Can't remember the exact name. That was like 2 years ago when I tried it. But yeah, nothing worked. It's not whether it didn't work or not. It's just for the purpose that I wanted to use it for. Nothing worked. Didn't really do a change. So I even thought, I took such a high dose, you'd figure something else would happen, like inflammation will go down, anything like that, but nothing. So I don't know if the product was bullshit or not. Where do you get your mushroom coffee? I have the link in my profile bio, Tracy. This is the one I'm using. What is it? This is the one I'm using right now. It has 6 different mushrooms in it. A little bit of caffeine. It does come with MCT oil and coconut. And I usually put a little bit of MCT oil with it as well too, for add-on flavor. Supposed to drink this during the daytime, but I like to drink it at night. I don't know why. It puts me to sleep, which is good. Blaine, do you still recommend resveratrol listed in your cheat sheet? Resveratrol better? Yeah, I'll have to update it, but I do take the trans resveratrol better because it does come with MCT, and the one I'm taking is the one from Australia. This is the one I take. This is the one I take, Blaine. I've been testing that one. So that one does come with MCT oil. And I like it, actually. It's working really, really good. I'm almost out. I took my last 2 capsules this morning. So the company is sending me 3 more bottles for 3 more months. I like it, actually. It works really good. It comes in a glass container. The product quality is really, really good, and they stand behind their products, which is really nice. Day 19 carnivore, and I'm noticing that I'm not as congested, less mucus, I guess. Yeah, technically there's no mucus. It won't exist anymore, JD. You actually, the longer you actually are on a carnivore, the better you're gonna feel all the time, which is pretty amazing. Your weight will eventually stable to a place where your body feels balanced, and a lot of the symptoms kind of things will start to kind of disappear away. You're gonna like it so much that you're probably never gonna change your diet again, which is good. So we're just gonna heat up some water. I'm gonna make some mushroom coffee. 20 days, that's awesome. 19 days. I'm making an appointment to get a heart scan. I'm 50 and feel so incredibly tired all the time. Yeah, you can get a heart scan. You're gonna get your CT scan and your soft plaque to see what's going on, what's the percentage. Once you get that, definitely I can help you with that, and we can get your energy back on track, no problem. Less snoring. Sharon has not kicked me out for a while. That's good. That's a good point. That's a good thing to know. Yeah, like a lot of these things, breathing wise, mucus wise, all that stuff is just gonna completely is eliminated, JD, and you're just gonna feel better and better as you go, which is pretty. And that's the only reason I've stuck to it for so many years myself. Does creatine monohydrate affect the kidneys? No, it doesn't. It doesn't affect the kidneys at all. Yesterday, breakfast, 8 sausages, linked with 6 scrambled eggs. I'm dropping the links. Don't like the way they fry up. I'm sticking to sausages, patties instead. That's a good 8 sausages. That's really good with 6 scrambled eggs. That's a nice. See, that's like a real carnivore style. I had 1 pound of meat, which is 454 grams of yak meat, and I had 4 eggs and 1 ounce of cheese. And I did put some. Sometimes I like to put a little bit of onions or garlic just so I can get some sulfur in there. But yeah, that was mine, and I had some grass-fed, grass-finished cheese. Grass-fed cheeses was actually really, really good. Really good. I actually keep it room temperature overnight before I eat it. It enhances the flavor so much, and it's super delicious. So I just bought another one today, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll take it out for tomorrow. So this was nice and good flavor. Waiting for the water to burn. Duke is going nuts again. He better not be sleeping outside today. How much water per day if I'm taking creatine monohydrate? You won't feel thirsty. Trust me, you won't feel so thirsty if you're taking creatine. The only time you're gonna feel thirsty or whatnot is just, all you gotta do is just hydrate your body correctly. Like I take about sometimes 10, sometimes 20 grams of creatine, sometimes 30 grams of creatine. I don't drink as much water because I keep my body hydrated with trace minerals. If you're not keeping your body hydrated with trace minerals, then you're gonna be drinking water like crazy. And it's not so much how much water you need to drink. Drink till you're satisfied. Don't force yourself that you have to drink a lot of water, because some people are saying you're gonna drink a lot of water when you take creatine. No, you don't. As long as you're hydrated correctly. So make sure you have trace minerals added with your water. Don't just drink water by itself. Let's mix the coffee. I'm gonna go check on Duke. Oh, damn. Is it vegan to eat gia? What the hell is that? I don't know what you're talking about. My wife got me some store ground sausage The flavor and texture is better than No's tube sausage package. Oh, 100%. Especially if they are they like homemade done kind of thing? What is trace minerals? This is the trace minerals I'm talking about. You put that with your water. I gotta go check on Duke. He's barking lots. Probably it's a deer. Let's go check on him. Store ground sausage. What's in them? I wonder what's in them. I wonder if they have anything else mixed in them. The ground sausages. Duke! What are you barking at? Yeah, the tube ones, I don't know. I never liked them, never really trust. The ones I get them directly from a farmer here locally. He makes them himself, but I found out that he's actually putting like about 5% rice in them. So I'm like, I don't want them anymore. You know, I rather kind of have it with some herbs and stuff is fine. I don't like to actually have any fillers in them. You gotta be careful. Let's set up here. Come here, bud. Come up here. Leave the there's two deers are coming by. There was one all the way in the bottom, so the sensor went off. He was barking at it, and there's one right behind us right now. The store ground sausage isn't as spicy as pre-packaged brand. Probably they don't put as much spices with it. You don't want to overdo it either with the spices. You don't want to lose the flavor completely. You can always add your own after. Just make sure there's no fillings in them. I'm gonna go inside, get some water. I'm trying to kind of keep the door closed so we don't get any bugs in there, and Duke keeps going in and out, in and out. Okay, move, Duke, move. So I can keep it open all night, because we can get some fresh air coming in. But I don't think that's gonna work out good today. Okay, come in. Let me close the door here so we get no bugs. I have zero absolute eosinophils since 6 months. What does it mean? You're overusing you have some kind of inflammation. A bacteria inflammation. Oh, so already the mosquitoes got in, Duke. It's tough to keep these freaking bugs out with the screen. Especially with Duke being around, he's always like in and out, in and out, in and out all the time. I keep his water inside. Maybe I should just keep it outside for him and just keep it clean. Get a magnetic screen for the door. Duke can actually learn to go in and out. A magnetic one. It's better than a slide one then, eh? Because that slide one, he stands there and he actually scratches it with his paws. So I can open it for him, but every time he does that, he rips it. So eventually I'll have to change it. I'll look into that magnetic one. Or maybe I was just gonna put a small cloth on the handle so I can teach him how to open it and close it every time. Can vitamin D supplement deplete potassium? I haven't really come across any studies or information in regards to that. Can't really give you a good answer right now. Because what depletes potassium mostly, there isn't much that can deplete potassium other than caffeine that I can think of. What are you drinking? Some mushroom coffee. Magnets hold the two sides of the screen closed. The magnetic one are pretty good. I'll look into it. I'll search it online to see what they have. It's not bad, Karen. It actually has a nice little flavor. Yeah, it has a little flavor. So your RBC potassium compared to your serum was vastly different? 100%, yes. Magnetic screen doors. That's what I'm gonna look for. I'm looking forward to the magnesium I ordered from your store. Yeah, once you get it, let me know so you can start using it ASAP, and make sure you're taking it at least every 3 hours. Let's go put some more coffee. I think I still have a little bit more, and I can close the door and We'll get Duke some fresh water. Yeah, it's all out. Let's get him some fresh water. Yeah, I got him some ground meat from the store. Maybe, I don't know, something maybe 100% ground beef. They actually had it on sale. So I bought him 4 pounds. And that's what he had. He had a whole pound with the turkey neck, but he hasn't stopped from drinking so much water. And that meat is not mixed with anything. Amazon has several magnetic screens from around $20 to $25. I'll make an appointment to dial in how to take the magnesium properly. Sounds good. Yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, I'll see what Amazon has. Magnetic screen doors. Here, while I'm filling this up, let me look. I don't have my computer on right now. Shoot. I take 200 milligrams of magnesium taurate every 3 hours, 5 times per day, and it helps tremendously. 100%. That's the only way you can actually saturate your body. But even thought with magnesium taurate you're taking, you're never gonna really saturate 100% because the amount of elemental they put is very, very small amount. And it's, since it is man-made. Thoughts on red light therapy? I use the red light therapy. I don't know where's mine. Here, let me show to you. Have I shown you guys my red light therapy? Let's see if I have it. I haven't used it for like a week now because I was moving things around. Let's see if I have it somewhere here. Maybe I should put it because I did hurt my hand today. I got crushed by a freaking log. So all my fingers up here got crushed. They're not swollen, but they're freaking. I can't even close my fist today since that happened. Let me see if I have the. I think I have it here somewhere. I hope I do, unless I left it somewhere. Because I've been moving stuff and adjusting. Every time I build something, I move certain things so I can have more room. And sometimes I forget where I put my other stuff. I don't know if it's charged up or not. There we go. This is what I use for my red light therapy. And of course it's dead. Damn. So usually I was gonna put this on my hand, but it's dead. I have to charge it up. You guys seen me use this, right? Sometimes I put it around my neck to actually stimulate my carotid arteries and my thyroid for the red light therapy. So let's charge it up. I probably won't be able to use it till at least tomorrow now. You have Berkey for the water filtration. I have it right behind me. Okay. So yeah, for the red light therapy, some people say it does work, some people say it doesn't. It's not bad. It does actually reduce the pain. We don't know the long-term effect of it yet. But overall, I use it every time I injure myself. You can use 160 wavelength for your neck. For how long? I only use it for about 10 minutes on my neck. I was doing it every other day to see if actually it does stimulate the carotid arteries or anything like that. The thing is, sometimes, we do a lot of these things, but there's never really proper testing behind it to kind of see how well it's working. But yeah, this is how it charges. So I kind of put them in there. It's gonna take probably about an hour or so to actually charge it up. Then after that, I can wrap it again around my neck or around my hand. Maybe I'll see if it'll help reduce the pain quite a bit. And usually, every time I injure myself like that, I would actually take anything with high anti-inflammatory. I take resveratrol, I take NMN, I take creatine, probably about 20 grams. I've already taken about 30 grams today, actually, just because I needed it. I take usually every 4 hours. Keep in mind, a lot of the supplements, guys, that we take, they have a half-life, and these half-lives, it doesn't mean that it's gonna stay in your body for a long time. Half-life, that means it's gonna already lose about 50% of its potency within a couple hours. So that's why you always have to take it again. That's why a lot of these supplements, when you buy them, don't listen to what the manufacturer tells you that you have to use it one capsule a day or anything like that. A lot of that stuff is bullshit. You gotta use it multiple times throughout the day so you can actually saturate correctly. Are other light therapy beneficial? Blue light, infrared. Infrared is not bad. Blue light, not so much. Is that similar to infrared therapy, steam spas? Different. The one I have is near and far infrared, and it does have the laser into it as well too. So different ones, they actually generate at a different frequency, and different one they actually generate at a different depth in the skin. So that's what you have to kind of look into. Some will actually go up to like 2-3 inches. Some will only do like surface. So all varies whether you're kind of trying to enhance your collagen production, or you're trying to actually stimulate your nerves or stimulate any bone density. All varies on the frequency that you have. I have one that I left in the city because I couldn't use it here because I never really had enough power for it. It's 1,000 watt. Then it does give off 800 and 1600, I think, frequency, and something else, near and far infrared. And that thing is very powerful, very powerful. I put it when I injured my elbow. I had my elbow laying on it for about 5 minutes and I fell asleep. I woke up and I burnt my skin. That's how powerful it is. I was on it for probably 7 minutes. Let me show you. It's 1,000 watt, near and far infrared. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. So I left it on my hand here. I don't know if you can see it. It burnt. I had 3 holes up here. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not much. So a lot of this stuff you have to kind of be careful how to use it. When I do turmeric, I do bit in my food, and then I have 2 turmeric teas. Some said when you poo, it's slightly yellow. You're saturated, and to drink water. Yeah, I don't know about turmeric. I've taken before. Some work, some don't. I like the one that I actually get right now from UK. It's a nano turmeric. That's how you know if actually you're getting the proper curcumin that you require or not. It's not so much about just eating the turmeric. It's about getting the proper amount of curcumin absorbed into your system. The problem is if it doesn't pass your digestive system correctly, you never really absorb it. How to increase the blood pressure immediately? How to increase the blood pressure immediately? Increase your salt intake or your bicarbonate. Then you can actually increase it if you're feeling a little bit dizzy or losing balance. Most of the time, it is best to kind of use bicarbonate, pure sodium. That would be the easiest way. So there's another Asian method they used to do is you grab your ear, lube up here, and you press it in and back, and you hold it there for about a minute, and it's supposed to actually increase your blood pressure instantly within less than 30 seconds. Never really tried it, never really had to, but you can definitely give that a shot. Duke, why are you so thirsty? You eat right. What is your testosterone level? I don't know. I haven't checked blood work for you know what? I got so sick of doing blood tests because I did close to about 16 to 1800 blood tests over the years. And I used to go every single week and get blood test. Now, since I started to live in this location here off grid, I don't have access to a good laboratory. And for me to drive 6 hours and go to a laboratory, I don't do that unless I go to the city. So the last time I checked was almost 7 months ago. So my testosterone levels were good. I never had any issues with my testosterone levels. Never really took the RT. Never really done anything. I just gonna eat lots of egg yolks, a lot of meat. That's my main meals. Never really worry about it because I don't feel fatigue. I don't crash or nothing like that at all. How to increase thoughts on Dutch hormone mapping test is bullshit. The Dutch test is bullshit. I think it's so expensive. I've seen so many people get them and they never really get proper value from it. Like baking soda, yeah, baking soda. Bicarbonate, baking soda. Yeah, I have a very fine turmeric, is bright yellow, organic one. It's about being a nano curcumin. What I mean by nano curcumin, that means it's a special mix uh, that is actually so fine, done correctly, that when you take it, bypasses your digestive juices. Does that make sense? So sometimes best way to kind of take it would be like in a liposomal version, for example. So this way you know for a fact it is actually getting to the system correctly. Because if it's coming out, let's say your poop, or let's say it's coming out orangey or yellowish color, sometimes it could be that it's not being fully absorbed through your small intestine. So these are signs to tell you whether it's being actually absorbed correctly or not. Is there an alternative for checking hormones that would be worth it or beneficial? You can get your cortisol levels, DHEA levels. You can get your free T3, reverse T3. This is just a normal blood test instead of doing that Dutch blood work, because it's all bullshit. You can get just a normal blood work. Keep in mind, there's 15,000 blood work we can get from a regular laboratory that you can actually pull out. Is red yeast rice good for high cholesterol? Yeah, it kind of reduces your cholesterol, but make sure it does not have any citrin in it. If it does have any citrin, it can give you like kidney failure. So make sure the source is very clean. And you can take anywhere between 1200 to 3600 milligrams daily, Frankie. Why did you quit The Walking Dead? Rick was best character and you just quit. Rick, he was a good character actually. Too bad. I don't know why the hell he quit. That was a while ago. I should actually take his place now. I'm tired of blood work. Today took so much. I have a track mark bruise from the blood draw and the IV they put me on after my chemical poisoning. Yeah, it's insane. Especially when there's specific laboratories you go to, they have no clue what they're doing, and they actually poke the wrong vein. They actually poke the artery instead of the vein to actually withdraw the blood, and they end up causing more inflammation than anything. So you guys have to be careful. So the way you can tell is, yeah, I can show you my veins right now that are asleep. Are there natural ways to treat hormone imbalances? Yes, there is. You can take DHEA, you can check all that stuff. Once we kind of get the results, then we can do some adjustments. You can take DHEA, you can take cod liver oil, you can take borax, you can take zinc, picolinate, you can take chromium, you can take a lot of these things can actually fix the hormone balances. So you don't have to go on any type of chemicals or medication. Got a little knot now? What do you mean a knot? Does exercise before blood pressure test can increase it? Well, see, when you exercise, you're contracting so much, and if you have proper magnesium, you should actually go into relaxation stage. Doesn't should not really matter. Yes, it is gonna increase it, but it should go back to normal state once your exercise is done. It depends on the person. Sometimes you can recover faster. That's when we talk about recovery. Sometimes you don't. It just depends on the person. Borax is a chemical. Borax is not a chemical. Borax is a mineral that you can actually eat and drink. I got a little knot now on my arm on top of the vein. Also, it's like swelled up with a small knot. They probably poked the wrong vein. They probably poked the artery. Did they poke? So when you're sitting down like this, like me, did they poke the far right, or the one closer to your body, to your heart, the left? If they poke the left one, that's your artery. So that's why it gets bruised up and sometimes you bleed a little bit more often. I have hypertension and my blood pressure actually drops after exercise. Yeah, because you're causing more blood flow. The way to consume neurokinase. I did a video on that. on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube Freddy, you can actually watch and learn how to take neurokinase proper dose. On my arm, on top of the vein, little left. So maybe the left one is your artery one. Then if they poke that one, how to get rid of uric acid? You can probably try cherry tart as one of the options. Mosquitoes are starting to come out. Cherry tart works really good, but you're actually, if you have the uric acid, so you have an issue, and if you take like cherry tart or celery seeds or anything like that, you're just kind of taking stuff to reduce the symptom. You're still not going after the root cause. The root cause is you're eating too much freaking fructose, and that's why your uric acid is high, and possibly you might have gout. I'm getting bit now. Hi, what's the amount milligram of B6 and NAC that you should take for liver disease? 2400 milligrams of NAC every 4 hours. Vitamin B6, you take it once a day, 200 milligrams. I'll watch for you on the weekend. I'll watch for you on the weekend. Oh, hey, BC guy, what's going on? On my blood work done on Friday. Oh, you just got it done last Friday? Or are you getting it this upcoming Friday? I'll watch for you on the weekend. Blood work done on Friday. Perfect. This coming? Oh, nice. Yeah, once you get it, let me know. Are there ways to prevent pre-eclampsia with high blood pressure? If we're gonna discuss high blood pressure a little bit more in specific, probably best to kind of book a time so we can kind of go over it. Hey, I'm gonna go inside. There's a lot of bugs. They're starting to come out. Duke, you wanna go inside? I'm getting bit. Hi Mo, I got my RC, no problem with heart at all. Like the glycinate, how many drops a day? Start with 20 drops every 4 hours for the first 10 days. After the 10 days, increase to 40 drops. Monitor if you get any soft stool effect. I use borax on salmon egg cluster to make them more tough. So salmon and trout have to chew on them longer. When I'm fishing for them, give me a few seconds longer to hook than when they bite. So you're using borax on salmon eggs cluster to make them more tough. Huh. So that's what you use them when you're actually going out fishing. That's interesting. When I'm fishing for them, give them a few seconds longer to hook than when I bite. Oh, nice! I gotta try that. I took the kayak out today, and I put it up the hill, so I'm draining all the water because it would have cracked from the winter, the snow and the rain all kind of went inside of it. So I have it on the hill right now. So as of this morning, it's draining, and I need 2 plugs. So I ordered 2 plugs from Amazon, so I can take it out fishing. How much creatine for cardiovascular health? You can take anywhere between 5 to 20 grams a day. Technically, for your heart to feel its most energy and recover and have a strength, your heart is a muscle, and what better way to actually give it constant power? So what can give your heart constant power is creatine, because creatine activates ATP, and D-ribose is the backbone of ATP, right? So having creatine half life is roughly about 4 hours. So if you take it every 4 hours, or you take it whenever you feel that you're actually gonna take it, a slam down on your energy, or you're gonna feel fatigue, like a mid-afternoon fatigueness or anything like that, then you can take more creatine. Yes, we can't wait to see those rainbow troughs. 100%, John. I'm trying. I bought some glue, like it's supposed to be like a marine glue for plastic. So I'm gonna, once it's empty, then it's, because right now it's very, very hot, and it dries up very well. I'm gonna actually try to glue it, the plastic, see if it binds the plastic together. If not, I'll have to actually get my torch and try to kind of melt it, and hopefully it works really good. Do you take NMN? I do take NMN, yes, every morning. I take the Australian brand name with resveratrol. What test can I do to find out my cholesterol and triglyceride keep coming out high? Just get your OX LDL just to see if anything's been oxidized. But if your triglycerides is high, you're eating way too much sugars. Drain off the juice and put them in a jar with the borax. Cure them. Make them last a bit in the fridge for freezer if you do it right. So I gotta get some already trout eggs when I catch one, and I'll do that with the borax because I have a lot of borax. Ozempic, what do you think about the medication? It's not bad. It works not bad. It's just gotta keep an eye on your kidneys. Doing God's work, good man. Hey, cheers. How are you, DJ? Duke, I'm getting bit, buddy. Are we gonna go inside or what? I'll try that run. When I go fishing, usually I like to go fishing like in the month of March, April, because it's still like cold. Now it's getting very, very, it's really warm. But at least I'll fix the kayak, get it all ready. When we have like a little foggy day, or like a cloudy day, I can go out fishing. Hey, Maurice, J Flex epoxy will work good for your canoe. J Flex epoxy. I'll look into that, because the one I bought was like a marine glue. It's not even epoxy or anything, but I'll check it. Since I got that one, I'm gonna try it first. If not, then I'll actually look into the epoxy, see if I can finish it, because there's about 3 cracks on the kayak. Does honey affect triglycerides? If you're overeating, only if it's actually not raw. It's overheated. It's made by West System Epoxy. I've used it. It's very good. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll check it, Jimmy. I'm gonna check it. Thanks so much for that info. I'll check it out for sure tomorrow. Borax, and because I might have to go out of town. Might have to drive like 2 hours, go to a place. I have to pick up some wood stove parts so I can install my wood stove. And I'll see if they have that epoxy. It's okay to eat pineapple every day. Yeah, they're anti-inflammatory. Just don't overdo it. No more than a cup. Simple little cure, borax and a bit of sugar. So pretty much you're curing the caviar. It's the same way I cure the salmon. Usually I cure it with Himalayan salt only, but borax and sugar, that will actually be good. Do you take magnesium supplements? I take magnesium every 4 hours. Every time I go in there and drink water, I actually put magnesium. I don't drink not 1 cup of water without magnesium. Does raw local honey help with allergies? It does. The only reason you have allergies is because probably you have or you're consuming a lot of foods that contain citric acid. Don't use any tap water on the eggs. I don't have access to tap water. It's all creek water. Well, spring water, pretty much. I just checked and Amazon has it. It's a 2-part epoxy. $50 expensive, but it's the best. Well, the marine one that I got was not cheap. It was like small tube, like this big. It was like $25 when I bought it from the local store. I'll try that one because I have like 2 holes on the top, one on the bottom, 2 cracks on the top and one on the bottom. How many drops of magnesium do you put in water each time? Anywhere between 20 to 40 drops. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that with the caviar, eggs, and the borax, and try it out when I go fishing. I just gotta check because certain water here in Canada, there's rules and regulations what we can use. If I'm allowed to use that, I'll definitely use it. If not, because last year, one of the lakes I went to, well, 2 years ago, Supposed to only use flies. Each one is different. Each one is completely different. But I'll definitely, I'm gonna try it out. I'll share my catch with you guys. But even if my A1C comes out normal, it could still mean sugar affect my cholesterol and triglyceride. Depends. It all depends on your diet and how much you consume that you're actually causing oxidization. Your triglyceride, even if it's high and your HbA1c levels are good, that means you're storing more energy than what your body requires. So, for example, to give you an example, so let's say you're consuming 100 grams of simple carbohydrates and your triglyceride is too high. Obviously, the 100 grams you're not utilizing. Your probably body utilizing 60 and storing 40. So you have to find your ideal level of simple carbohydrates. And it's the same down here, yeah. Oh, the regulations and stuff. Yeah, it varies. It varies. I know sometimes there are certain places we can't use specific things, but I'm gonna definitely check into it to see. They want my dad to go for exploratory. Okay, the left side of his heart before his stress test. It should be fine. They're not actually going. They're just doing pictures and stuff, right? Jimmy, they're not really doing anything else. How his as long as his ejection fraction is actually increasing, it should be fine. I'm taking 300 milligrams niacin every day. Flush is getting less. Can I do 500? Yes, you can do 500, 100%. I've been so busy, I'm still going to book a call with you. Life's busy right now. It's summertime, Jimmy. You gotta enjoy it right now. Probably the family needs you to kind of go out and enjoy the weather. It's been beautiful. We don't get beautiful weather that often here in Canada, and trust me, we need to take advantage of it as much as we could. I think they're going it with the camera. Okay. Also, they're going in with the camera to check. Should be fine as long as they're actually, they're good and they're qualified. They're not actually gonna cause any damages. As long as the arteries are vasodilated, then everything should be fine. He's nervous. He is gonna be nervous, and the problem is if you're nervous, then you're gonna cause more contraction. So technically, it is good for him to kind of get some L-theanine to help the body relax a bit. I know he's probably putting on like blood pressure medications and stuff. I'm on carnivore for 5 months, but I've had vasodilation for 3 days with a headache after taking. After taking what? I've had vasodilation for 3 days with a headache after taking. The vasodilation causes a headache because your arteries are being wide open too much, and you don't have enough minerals to kind of compensate. He's on like 10 meds after his episode. Yeah, he's usually they give you anywhere between 10 to 12 meds for the rest of their life. They say this is for the rest of your life, but you can actually get off of them. It's a stack that they give everybody, the same stack. It's kind of crazy. Frolicking summer in 3 months, the rain will be back. Oh, 100%. 100%. We need to. The summer is so short, seriously. Like here in Canada, we'll probably get like a month and a half of like good weather, and the rest of it is just the summer is rainy. Then the winter hits, then we're back to square one all over again, freezing cold for like 6, 7 months. And the rains, then we get like, it's crazy. Like our summer here is way too short, way too short. That's why we can't really grow fruits or grow anything. It's just too damn short for it. Can energy drink increase the blood pressure? Yes, they could. But most of the energy drinks, they actually have taurine in it to protect your heart. Is it true that taking a shot of olive oil with lemon juice first thing AM is good? There's a lot of bullshit out there. It's all you believe. It's almost like you have to try it yourself to see whether it's actually benefit you or is actually causing more of an inflammation to your system. Can I take neurokinase if I take garlic oil, fish oil, ginkgo biloba? You're taking a lot of blood thinners. You might cause too much blood thinning and cause inflammation. So you gotta be careful. I'm here in Western Washington State. Oh, so you probably have very similar weather as us. Yeah, here sometimes like right now, we're in the month of July. In the month of August now, see how I'm sitting outside with my shorts and everything? In the month of August, after the second week of August, you can't sit outside like that anymore. You'll have to have like some kind of sweater. That's how it gets like really chilly at night. And we're back like the next day will be like in the plus 20s, maybe plus 17, 18. Then in the evening after 4 o'clock, when the sun is gone, it's like freaking cold. That's crazy. Is there any proof of anything that decreases heart plaque in the arteries? It's not about decreasing the heart plaque, it's actually stopping your soft plaque, and the heart plaque will stop accumulating. I'm going to start taking creatine for the first time. Is the loading phase necessary? No, it's not. It's not necessary. No. If you're taking it for cardiovascular and ATP levels, you don't need to load. Like, a lot of bodybuilders they used to do back in the days where they take like 20 grams a day. Are you in America? I'm in Canada. Mid September, it chills down here. Yeah, once it chills down, it's nice and everything, like, but seriously, it's too early, too early for it to chill down. Like right now, what is it right now? It's almost 9:30 right now. We still have it's like plus 28 degrees, which is not bad, but the problem is it's tough to sleep, especially if you're up at 4 o'clock or like me. I wake up 4 o'clock, 4:30. It's tough to sleep when the weather's too hot. Yesterday I took like three capsules of GABA to knock me out because it was so freaking hot. And Duke slept outside the whole night. He wouldn't go inside at all. I don't blame him. But the problem is he won't sleep when he's outside. He's constantly waking up and barking at animals, or he's going to hunt for somebody. What reduces vasodilation? I really don't want to eat sugar. Been carnivore for 5 months. I've been on carnivore for 10 years. There's no issues with vasodilation. I don't know what you mean about vasodilation. The only reason you get vasodilation if you're activating too much nitric oxide. But how can you be activating too much nitric oxide? It's all based on your diet. I'll take Aussie daily. Do I need any other minerals? Aussie has all the trace minerals that you need, John, so it should be fine. When is it good to stop flush? How do I know when to stop? Stop what? Your niacin? You don't need to stop it. You can, even if you have no flush, it's still working. 9:28 here and it's pretty hot still. Oh, we're at the same time. Oh, nice. It is 9:28, yeah, here as well too. Thanks so much for the gift. Yeah, like I don't know if it's not as bright anymore. I don't know if you guys can see. It's not as bright, but it's starting to actually get a little bit dark. There's a lot of mosquitoes coming out. And there's a little guy sleeping. Must be nice. He's all out. I'd like to take the collar off, but if he's gonna sleep outside, I worry if he jumps the fence or goes after something, I have to actually keep the collar on him. Best natural supplement for high cholesterol. You can download my ebook on how to treat cholesterol with natural supplement. And at the same time, you're gonna support my channel. California here, same time. Had no idea. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. I thought you guys were like a couple hours ahead of us. I made some homemade pizza tonight. Organic sourdough crust with raw goat cheese and garlic butter. Cheers to that, Jimmy. It was delicious and a nice change. I actually bought some organic sourdough, the flour. I haven't had any for like, for almost 10 plus years. So it's going to be kind of interesting. I'm going to actually make one and cook it on Saturday. That's my carb load. I'm gonna do it on Saturday on the wood stove. So maybe while we're doing a chat, I'll be doing that. Can't do it too late in the evening, but we'll try it. Toronto, 12:30, still hot. What is Aussie? Aussie is Aussie Australian Trace Minerals. That's what we've been all using. That's awesome. I hope you're live for that. I will. I'll do a live. I'll actually mix it up. I don't know. I'll just put some water. I don't know if I'm supposed to put an egg or not. I haven't really done any of that stuff for a long time. And I'll try to do it on the wood stove. See how it turns out. Maybe put some cheese on it. Duke, you wanna go inside? Hey. No? My wife and the kids made a regular pizza with a sourdough crust, and they liked it. Yes, nice. That's awesome. Well, sourdough is very light too to digest, right? Because the bread is already fermented and everything, so the gluten is pretty much is mostly eliminated, so it's a lot easier on the gut. Can gelatin damage can gelatin damage kidney? No, it shouldn't. It doesn't. What damages kidney is anything heavily processed. Aussie is third party tested. Yes. See, it gets pitch black. I don't know if you guys can see it. Well, it looks like it's bright on the camera, but I don't know. It's like pitch black right now everywhere, except here, except in front. But all the trees behind me, if I need to go fill up water, I have to go in there to get water. But I have enough, I think. That's what I want to make a deep dish pizza. Yeah, I haven't had pizza for like 10 plus years, so this is gonna be interesting for me because I've been doing the carnivore 10 plus years now. So this is gonna be a sourdough pizza this Saturday. Do you recommend Aussie every 4 hours with every bottle of water? Yes, I do. I mix it with every single cup of water, every bottle I drink. That's how can you saturate your body correctly with magnesium and trace minerals. We need the trace minerals. I even give it to Duke. He gets like 3 drops in his water as well. I can't give him too much because it overstimulates their pancreas for the pets, for the dogs. But yes, we all need minerals. Are you Orthodox Christian, by the way? I don't know. Can I drink coffee with Aussie? Haven't tried that, John. I don't know if the flavor will be changed or not. Give it a shot. So this way you can actually maintain some minerals. Like the only thing is you might maybe lose because of the caffeine. It prevents calcium and zinc and magnesium and potassium from being absorbed. So it's almost kind of defeats the purpose possibly. You look like you're in BC now. I am in BC. I am in BC sitting outside. Doesn't the caffeine in the coffee conflicts with the magnesium? It does, yeah. Magnesium, potassium, zinc, and calcium. What is the correlation between bloating and mouth sores? When you're bloating, pretty much obviously your lack of enzymes. So mouth sores is a sign of a vitamin B12 deficiency. What is Aussie? It's Australian sea water. It's actually packed with trace minerals. I have the link in my profile bio. That's how we get our magnesium and trace minerals. So you're gonna make some deep dish pizza. If I'm gonna be making a pizza this Saturday, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I gotta go buy some toppings. I don't know what kind. I'm gonna use like my grass-fed cheese and blue cheese on it, and maybe some onions and garlic. I don't know what else. I probably won't put. I'll put like maybe grass-fed meat on it, like ground meat or something. I don't know what else you can put on it. I'll keep it as simple as possible. John, you're more than welcome. We can sit on a deck and have some sourdough pizza. Maybe I'll put an egg with it. I don't know if it'll actually taste good or not. I gotta make it somehow tasting good. I have another trace mineral, but it's so strong. The other trace, most of the trace minerals out there, by trace minerals, it doesn't absorb as much. Because actually, anything that is man-made magnesium, your body's not gonna actually absorb as much. Because it's gonna conflict with the elemental levels. That sounds good. I was going to add a ground meat too, but I didn't have any thought. Yeah, I always take the meat the night before. Yeah, like don't be afraid, guys, to actually eat your meat the next day. Like I take it out the night before. I leave it on the counter. Sometimes I'll leave it 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours. It doesn't matter. The meat will never go bad. The cheeses never go bad. I usually cut a piece, like 10 ounces of piece of cheese that will last me a whole week, and it'll be sitting in room temperature the whole time. Is Institute of Functional Medicine legit? I don't know who's teaching that or where you get the information from. I gotta look into it. I'm not sure. A lot of this stuff is bullshit. You know, you just gotta be careful which one you're gonna go for. Room temperature cheese is so much better. Oh, 100%. 100%. The flavor, the texture, it's so much buttery and stuff. It's pretty amazing. Hi, Maurice. I bought a bottle of Trace Minerals made by Trace Minerals. Is it similar to Aussie brand? No, it's not. It has very similar minerals. That one comes from Utah, but the problem is they're not as highly absorbable as the one from Trace Aussie. I gotta plug my phone in. It's almost dead. Give me a second, guys. I think Duke, you're gonna stay outside or you're gonna come in? Come. Gonna come in, bud? Or are you sleeping outside tonight? Come, come. Come in, it's pretty dark. You coming, Duke? Duke, you coming? Come. Come on. Doesn't want to come in. Doesn't want to come in. I think he wants to sleep outside today. Give me a second, guys. I gotta plug in my phone. Gotta find the charger. Can't find my charger. Give me a second, guys. I gotta find my charger. My phone's almost dead. Dude, you gonna come? Come. 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 I have to use a flashlight to find it because I don't have lights in the tiny house yet. I wasn't gonna install any, keep it as natural as possible. The low food map for SIBO is good, actually. It does help for better digestion, which is not bad, but you're never gonna fix the issue. The issue is mostly your digestive system that you need to work at. Bloating is it's mostly coming from your pancreas. Your pancreas is not making enough enzymes anymore. And that's the only reason you have SIBO. It's a common thing. You overuse your enzymes and your pancreas, and what happens is your body becomes deficient. I take Chilajet sometimes. Is that good? Trace minerals, like they say. It's not bad, only if you actually get the proper Chilajet. It is a very expensive product. Very expensive product, and the only way you can actually get proper Chilajet and get proper trace minerals only if you get the thick viscous material. That's originally what you're supposed to actually be taking. But if you're not gonna able to get that, if you're just getting like the normal capsule that everybody claims is good for you, that stuff is bullshit. You're just wasting your money. Why when I eat food high carbohydrates my body hurts bad? Because of the oxalates, because of the anti-nutrients. There's so many different things I can name about carbohydrates that causes these little symptoms, aches and pains. But most of the time it's the anti-nutrient effect, the oxalate effect, the phytic acid effect. All that stuff can cause a lot of the pains, nightshades. So all that stuff kind of falls in that same category. And that's the only reason your body kind of feels a little bit weak or in pain most of the time. So in that case, you either have to discontinue some of that food you're consuming, or possibly take some digestive enzymes so you can actually help to break down that stuff. So it all varies on your personal preference, what you want to do. Would you say taking a SIBO test plus supplement and low food map would help? No, you're wasting your time and money to do a test and to do all that stuff. All you gotta do is just take digestive enzymes and hydrochloric acid. I squished the freaking mosquito in my hand. Oh fuck, it's still stuck on my hand. Disgusting. Gotta wash my hand now. I stopped all the oils 2 weeks ago and I don't have any inflammation and pain at night. Yeah, all that stuff disappears, John. You know, all the seed oils, all the oils, everything, all that stuff you remove from your diet, pretty much all the pain is gone. So all the process, everything is, all that stuff is processed, heavily processed. So the moment it's removed from your diet, pretty much your body's back to normal state again. Do you need to eliminate anything as a SIBO person? It's not whether eliminate, you have to add digestive enzymes, start to actually eliminate anything that is man-made. Anything that is man-made, remove it from your system. Anything that has more than a single ingredient, remove it from your system. Maurice, probiotics products with vitamins and minerals works or not? No, they're a waste of money. Make your own probiotics. Olive oil, okay? Maybe. It depends what it's made from and who made it and how it's actually been processed. Keep in mind, olive oil still has omega-6 in it, about 20%. If it's not been actually extracted correctly, that 20% could actually be oxidized. There's a lot of man-made products out there, guys, and a lot of that man-made products is you guys and myself, you know, even in, you know, back in the day, we put our trust in a lot of these products. Were they so-called healthy? Either are they really healthy, or are they just mimicking to actually make more sales? And pretty much on the other hand, you're being sick, and now you're actually adapting on taking more pharmaceutical bullshit. See, that's why I can't leave him outside at night. He's barking. And if I have my neighbors, they work, one down the place, he'll be barking at them like crazy. Is low carb keto carnivore okay? Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I've been on a carnivore for 10 plus years. Yeah, some are gimmicks. Oh, 100%, 100%. Most of them, if not all of them, you have to be careful. That's why I always say, you know, ask for certificate of analysis, because that certificate of analysis will show proof, you know, for third-party testing. It shows proof where the origin of that product, whether it's coming from overseas, international, or if it's actually done locally. So a lot of these things are crucial before you actually jump and start spending money into it. Britties, thanks so much for the gifts. I'm usually out sleeping by now. It's almost 10 and I haven't, so hot. Not sure what to do. Coconut water is good. Yeah, it's good. Only if it's actually fresh coconut, not bottled coconut. Going into some supplement shops is like walking into a fun house. Oh, 100%. 100%. Like a lot of the stuff, you don't know, most of it is bullshit, to be honest with you guys. I lost 40 pounds in 4 months after eliminating all sugar and carbs and limiting fruits. 100%. 100%. We don't need a lot of the stuff. And the fruits, you know, has to be done based on season. Like today I had my first honey berries. And guess how many I had? 5 pieces. That's all I get for my summertime. 5 pieces of honey berries. That's all we need. What are your thoughts about Jonas van der Plantes and his way of eating? I don't think I've heard of him. I gotta look him up. Jonas. With SIBO, damaged gut need to be repaired by taking supplement because been taking a lot of antibiotics. Yes, if you're taking a lot of antibiotics, pretty much it's gonna take you a long time to fix it. What are your thoughts on eating 2 kilos of raw Mexican beans? You're gonna be sitting there and freaking having gases nonstop, and the food is gonna be fermenting in your gut. Are you still eating bee pollen? I take 1 teaspoon at night, yes. Sometimes two. I'm almost out. I'm trying to buy some more. What do you think? He's the originator of the raw meat diet. How far back? Is he the guy with the long hair or something and he eats everything raw or something? I spent hours studying and reviewing online on one single product. Also, you have to do that 100% run, or else you're not gonna know. You gotta make sure you get the correct product to put in your system, right? You gotta do a lot of research. What OSB is pollen good for? Bee pollen, look into it. Look at it as being your ultimate multivitamin, trace minerals, amino acids, and it's like the a unique blend of all enzymes found across. He's a fitness influencer. I'll have to look him up. What's your favorite TV show, Maurice? I haven't watched TV for like more than 8, 9 years. I used to watch Seinfeld. That was my favorite. He's from California. I've read a bit about him, and he's big on raw milk and raw meat, also known as bee bread. I'm waiting for the D-ribose and creatine. When will you get them? I'm getting the D-ribose, not the creatine. I still need 4 more people to join so I can order the D-ribose. The creatine, I can, you can get it directly from iHerb, but the D-ribose is the one that is patent designed that I'm trying to get 10 kilograms. So I need 4 more people, John. That's why I haven't ordered any. Low calcium hypoglycemia, lost 2 parathyroid glands, struggle with swallowing calcium tablets, heart, freezing fruit. That's okay. He said that cooking meat causes a lot of oxidative stress on the body. 100% it does. When I ate raw meat for 6 years straight, that's how I was been able to actually prevent oxidation of my cholesterol, guys. I ate raw meat every day for 6 years. And so I would eat like 1 pound of, almost about 2 pounds of meat and about 200 grams of salmon every single day with 4 egg yolks. I would actually toss the egg white. I did that for 6 years straight. Right now, I still eat raw, but my raw is mostly only about 80% raw and 20% mostly cooked. So when I eat raw, like I'll have maybe I should have some tomorrow, and you guys can see it. It's pretty good. He said if you eat the same amount of meat raw or cooked, it will affect the body completely different, 100%. So think of it this way. Jimmy, think of it this way. I did a lot of research on the raw eating, and that's the only reason I got into it. So when you eat, so you know how there's denatured protein and you have your raw protein, right? So you have your raw meat. When you cook it, it becomes denatured. So if you eat 100 grams of protein that is cooked, you're forcing your body to utilize 100 grams of protein. When you eat 100 grams of protein uncooked, your body can actually take what it needs for tissue repair and everything, and will get rid of the rest without actually over-consuming protein or over-consuming the amount of grams. Does that make sense? Love the accent, all due respect, thank you. But so when you eat raw, if you're looking to actually keep your athletic performance, your athletic body in good shape, and like when I kept my body fat percent about 5.2 to 6.1% all year long for 6 years, all I ate was raw, because every time I would eat 1 pound of meat, your body uses what it needs. It has its own enzymes, and pretty much whatever it doesn't need is just actually it's being outputted. And the same thing, but every time you're eating 100 grams that is actually cooked, it becomes denatured. You're forcing your body to actually utilize that full 100 grams. And that's where sometimes inflammation occurs. So that's why, eating the raw meat was very good. Like I did it. So the first 3 years of being carnivore, that was back in 2015 till 2018, everything was cooked. After that, that's when I went 6 years straight, everything was raw. He said the dark color from cooking is oxidized and it causes more histamine response. Yes. Do you eat raw eggs or just cooked? I eat the egg yolk raw. The egg white, usually I used to throw it away, but now I actually cook the egg white. And inflammation. That's where you get your carcinogenic issues and histamine releases and everything. No, 100%. There's a lot of books on that. There's one book that was written back in the early 1900s, Jimmy. I gotta find you the name. We talked so highly about enzymes and the enzymes, how they're destroyed by cooking. I'm going down the raw meat rabbit hole now. Well, my wife thinks I'm crazy. No, you're not crazy. Trust me, when I fix my oxidized cholesterol, because it takes a very, very long time, I fix it by eating raw. You're not cooking it. You're not using stainless steel. You're not using any type of accessories to cook your meat whatsoever. So eat steak rare. Yeah, even if you eat it rare, like most of us eat the steak rare. We take the steak, John, we slap it on the grill, for example, or the fry pan it for about 20 seconds or a minute per side, and you eat it rare, right? So the inside is still pretty raw. So technically, it could be about 80% raw, 20% cooked. He talks about pancreatic cancer caused by overusing up your enzymes eating that food. So what happened is your pancreas was never meant to actually release enzymes to break down food. And that's the only reason we have a lot of pancreatic cancers. And that's why we have heart disease and diabetes and cholesterol and everything. Your pancreas enzymes were actually meant to heal your body, not to actually break down food. So that's why I take exogenous digestive enzymes if I'm cooking my food. It's a bit complicated for a lot of people to understand this concept because your pancreas is technically supposed to heal your body. Every time something goes wrong in your body, your pancreas will heal it with the enzymes that it actually produces. But us as a human, because we've been learned since being a child, since we were born, that we utilize our pancreas to actually break down the food, and that's why by the time you hit the age of 20 plus, most of us becomes diabetic or have heart disease or have some type of disease because we actually destroys our pancreas at such a young age. Copper peptide regrow hair? Yes, it does. My friend been using it, but it's a long process. It doesn't work all the time. And it stings wherever you actually inject it. What are you talking about raw meat? Is it different for women due to hormones? No, it's not. This is the same thing as well too. How do I improve capillary health? Take niacin. How can I five my pancreas? Jonas Vandelis is the guy name you'd like to. I might have maybe looked him up, but I keep in mind, Jimmy, I read a lot of books in the early 1900s and even later than that as well too, and they all talk about. I have a lot of books that they talk about the enzymes and how we can actually fix our pancreas and how we can actually introduce raw food and everything. Well, I think I'll look him up. I'll look him up as well too to see what's he's all about. But probably maybe he's read some of the stuff that I've been actually researching for years and I tried. How long has he been doing it for? Do you take B complex? I take methylated B vitamin. Because with my methylation as well, just for the methylation. He's definitely not the originator, but more of the guy who made it popular. Yeah, one of the original person that started this was back in 1932, I want to say. I have one of his books. I gotta look it up. I think I may have it in the city. I think from the early 90s. Oh, okay, so quite early. Yeah, it was in 1930s or something. That's when I actually found some of the books back in the day, like almost about 10 years ago, and I actually started looking into pancreas. So think of your pancreas, and I tell this to everybody. So think of your pancreas as a bank account. So every time you're hungry, you're taking money out, right? So eventually your pancreas is gonna run out of enzymes. So that's why by the age of 20, 25 or so, we start to actually have diseases because we depleted our enzymes from the pancreas. So it's like having your bank account and you depleted all the money that you had saved. So now you're actually borrowing money from the bank. Your debt is getting bigger. So you're borrowing enzymes from your pancreas. Your pancreas is getting enlarged. So that's why we see pancreatic cancers, SIBO, gut health issues, because the pancreas is getting so big, it's overstimulated, and yet we're not actually looking to actually repair the pancreas. And this is one of the biggest mistake that we've done, from overcooking things and eating a lot of processed stuff. And especially the bodybuilders, we've been taught to eat 6 meals a day. So imagine you're taking enzymes from your pancreas 6 times a day, if not more. Every time you snack, every time you eat, every time you actually put a pebble in your freaking gut, you're actually using the enzymes of your pancreas. So that's why we destroyed it. We destroyed this organ. Why is it that every human being that actually passes away, their pancreas is about 20% bigger than what they originally supposed to be? It's just because we overstimulated so much. So bee pollen will aid the pancreas. Bee pollen has all the enzymes in it as well. So technically, it's not helping the pancreas, it's helping the pancreas to give it a break and using exogenous enzymes. Technically, if you eat the food raw, it has its own enzymes to break down that food. But once you cook that food, we lose all that enzymes. So we depend on our pancreas to actually break it down. So we're constantly in overdrive, overdrive, overdrive all the time. And we never really give it a break, like Jimmy was saying. And that's why we end up getting issues with our pancreas and gut health. So, and that's why we don't actually absorb most of our nutrients. Because, for a fact, pancreas releases bicarbonate to your small intestine. So therefore, you can actually absorb more nutrients. But if your pancreas is not working, guess what? All the vitamins and minerals you're taking, they're going down the drain because they're not being absorbed. And that's why people, when they take so much vitamins and minerals, they don't feel a difference, because it's not the vitamins and minerals, it's their gut, it's their pancreas not working. So there's a lot of things to actually go into specifics, but to kind of explain that to a lot of people, sometimes they feel lost and they don't understand it. And when you tell anybody, hey, let's eat raw, or they see me eating my burger 90% raw, they kind of say, cook that thing, you need it to be cooked more. Well, no, you don't. I don't have a gallbladder nor appendix. Three C-sections. I am. Yeah, so what happened is, again, you lose your gallbladder. Now you're not getting any essential fatty acids. You lose your appendix. Now you're the only reason you have an appendix was actually had to be removed because you're pooping backward. So you're causing inflammation into your big intestine, and that's when the appendix becomes inflamed and it has to be removed immediately. But cooking vegetables does reduce oxalates. Is raw vegetables better than? It does reduces oxalates, but the problem is you stop the enzymes as well too. So that's why some of these vegetables aren't edible. There's only a handful that we can eat. 99% of the vegetables aren't edible. Only a single percent is edible. And that's why there's certain vegetables that you actually have to chop and let them sit on the counter, so this way you can activate them and actually reduce the oxidant levels. So there's a lot of things to kind of get into it, whether a lot of this stuff is 100% legit or not. It's all about you testing it and seeing how you feel. Best thing for a hangover: drank too much brandy last night. B complex and selenium. So that 1% is very small. That 1% is pretty much, you're looking more into the lettuce. Like there isn't a whole lot of vegetables. Most of the vegetables we think they're vegetables are actually fruits. Anything that has a seed is actually considered to be in a fruit. So the only vegetables that actually have the lowest: broccoli, they have to be chopped for about 30 minutes. Garlic, they have to be chopped for about 10 minutes. The only thing we have is that is good is like celery, not celery, is lettuce. Celery has to be chopped. So a lot of the stuff, it's a limitation what we have access to. What is selenium used for? Selenium is an anti-inflammatory effect for your thyroid, but it actually helps with the processing of the alcohol. Okay, I have bee pollen. I take 1 tablespoon at night. I have PCOS. Can that make my blood sugar go up? It's only 1 tablespoon. It's not going to affect you much. and probably at night you need it better. So bee pollen is good. Bee pollen is excellent as an enzyme, as a mineral, as an amino acid. See, bee pollen is looked at. I looked at a couple of studies. It's the blueprint of your enzymes. It has billions of enzymes because keep in mind the bees, they actually jump from one flower to another to actually collect the pollen. So the pollen is like rich with enzymes in it. Taking a teaspoon, make sure you take like a couple first, just to make sure you're not allergic to it, because some people can actually have an allergic reaction to it, but it's your savior. Can you recommend a digestive enzyme? The one I take, it is by, it's called Digestive Gold. It has one of the highest levels of proteins and lipase in it, to actually help break things down. I do have it on my website for the one I take. This is what it looks like. So this is the one I take. This is the one I take. It has the highest proteins and all the other enzymes in it. I don't use it all the time because most of the time I do eat raw. So when I eat raw, I don't take this. When I don't eat raw, I do take it. I bought this from iHerb, and I have the link for you guys there if you want to check it out. So I only take it when I eat cooked food. When I eat raw, I don't really take it because it has its own enzymes. There's no point of taking it. Okay, I'll take one more question, guys. It's 10 p.m. I gotta go to sleep. I have to wake up at 4 in the morning. One last question. No one? I can go to sleep? Good morning, lovely Maurice and peeps. Hey, D, how are you? You're my last questions before I go to sleep. Nice. What time are you on? It's 10 p.m. right now, guys. Is creatine necessary if one is eating red meat once per day? Yes, it's still necessary. You're not getting enough from red meat. Just caught you to say good night then. There you go. Perfect timing. What time do you come on? Shoot, I don't have a specific schedule now because my time fluctuates so much. But once I finish a few things, I'm gonna have like a set schedule for you guys. So this way I can come on the specific schedule. And I think it'll be better that way. Where do you get bee pollen? I have the link on my profile bio for the one I use. Okay, guys, I have to get going. It's 10 p.m. I gotta fall asleep soon and wake up early morning. So you guys have a nice evening. And we can chat tomorrow and we can talk a little bit more about creatine and other things. You guys take care, stay healthy, and good morning to most of you and good night to most of you. Take care, guys.